Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear friends. Once again, you are welcome to Empowerment Talks with Comfort Convo. And for people who are new on this platform, we do talk to people from all walks of life. We listen to their stories. We use their experience to bless people, to inspire people, and why not to inspire, to empower people. So today with me in the studio, I am blessed with the presence of someone who is very dynamic, very multi-talented. He's a successful entrepreneur, and he is going to be talking to us. And if you're coming here for the first time, do subscribe and sit, listen carefully, and why not learn something new that will help you change your life. We are here today to present a very special and unique business opportunity. So stay tuned as I bring to you none else but Mario Sousa. Mario, you are welcome to Empowerment Talks.
Hi, Comfort. Thank you very much for that nice introduction.
Thank you. Thanks. Welcome. It's a privilege to have you on this platform. Yeah. So where exactly, what part of the world are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from California, but I like to tell a lot of people I was made in Portugal, born in Canada, and I live in the United States, California to be exact.
Right. I'm happy you finally mentioned it because the first moment I saw your name, I knew that it's Portugal because I had a classmate whose name was De Souza. So when I
Right.
saw this name, I said it sounds like Portugal. But when you spoke, I said, "Oh, that you've made it clearer now. Thank you."
Yeah. So interesting that you said that is that my dad, when they immigrated from Portugal to Canada, we were the Sousas. But when my dad went to Canada, we dropped the DE and it
Yeah.
just became Sousa.
Right. Because even on my WhatsApp, I have you as Mario de Souza. So
Got
last
it.
time I was watching a show that you had with the TN Grow Wealth Together. I said they missed something. Then I had to check again and say, okay, this one is different, but I know that it's de Souza. So
Yeah.
thanks for making it clear. So I don't know about you, Mario. One thing that I've benefited from OnPassive so far, which is really like very important to me, is the connections, connecting with people from all over the world. See, you and I are sitting here today. I don't know. What about you? Does it feel meeting so many people?
For me, in my entire career, being a part of OnPassive and being able to meet heart-centered, like-minded people
Mm-hmm.
all over the world is the best thing I've ever done in my life. So there's no greater time to be alive than to be able to meet so many people from different, especially with what's going on in the world, to be able to connect with similar situations, but just to really learn and understand each other at such a much deeper level.
Right.
Anytime we can come together and connect from the heart,
Mm-hmm.
we are coming from a human place. We're not coming from judgment. We're not coming from who's got more, who's got less. We are coming from a position of being change makers. So,
Right. So how has COVID-19 affected your work? I don't know, positively, negatively, or just let us know a bit about that.
I want to say that I think COVID-19 has been a blessing and a curse for many people. And
Right. Right.
I think that for me personally, I think that this time, the last year, has really stroked a fire in me to really realize that it's time for me to lead at a greater level. So OnPassive really kind of came into my life at the perfect time with the solutions that are going to help people pull out of. COVID obviously affected many businesses, my
Mm-hmm.
own included. And OnPassive is really kind of that new breath of fresh air. It's that hope for the hopeless,
Mm.
the voice for the voiceless,
Right.
where we are able to actually empower people of all walks in life, whether you have a business or don't have a business, to
Right.
be able to be you and to be able to create whatever life that you choose using the products and tools of OnPassive. And clearly, they do all the work for you. So it
Mm-hmm.
really is an amazing time to be alive because anybody anywhere who feels like they're not able to get ahead has an opportunity to do it here with OnPassive.
Right. So, I visited your website and it was so interesting. It felt like just getting you to talk about everything because everything I read was so interesting. And one of the few things, of course, I picked up was like you have more than 20 years of experience in corporate management, business development, personal development, leadership development, affiliate marketing, and so on. Has it all been like a walk in the park all these years for 20 years? Or if not at all, so tell us, what did you do when you found yourself at the tight turns and steep slopes of your journey?
Yeah, I think like many people, we're all on our journey to discover and understand ourselves more. So I think that what I've really kind of learned along the way, it wasn't always easy. As a matter of fact, it was very, very difficult because even though I worked in the corporate world, I always had an itch to be an entrepreneur, to be able to do things. So I could never settle with just working my regular job. I was a personal development junkie, always trying to improve myself. But I would say the biggest change for me probably came in 2006 when after my first divorce, where I really realized that um, life just becomes so difficult, where we just become so tied to our work,
Mhm.
and it can become all consuming. So trying to balance a family, trying to balance our own desires, and trying to make a difference in the world, a lot of people struggle to kind of create the balance between those three things. And so
Mhm.
it's been a challenge. So I would say that working in the corporate world, in 2016, my company sold, and 2 years prior to my company selling, I really kind of started to feel out of integrity with my work, simply because I knew deep inside that it was time for me to go off on my own. But like anyone, I was afraid. I wasn't sure. And so I kind of put it off because I love the people I was working with. But I always say that the universe has a magical way of shaking things up when you don't. So my company sold, and I had the opportunity, and I realized at that moment that change was my cue to begin to continue to develop. And so I did a lot of network marketing, internet marketing. And the reason I connected when OnPassive was introduced to me was that Ash Muffar and his story connected deeply, because everything that he experienced, I experienced as well, all the
Mhm.
way from spending money, trying to, I know and understand that a business is not free. You've got to invest, whether it be money or time, to developing yourself so that you can grow to become ultimately what you ultimately want to become. And that's what we do with OnPassive. And I feel that it's been a tough journey, but the I think the thing I learned the most is that I feel like I'm equipped now, knowing all of the struggles that people are going through, to be able to take all of my skills and talents, and
Mhm.
OnPassive actually gives me that opportunity to take, whether it be my coaching practice and helping OnPassive get to the next level. The two are kind of combined as one. So,
Mhm. Wow, thank you. So, listening to you, it seems to me like your life experience too has added to your experience in what you are doing. Is that you learned a lot from your own mistakes and so on, and it helped in what you are doing? Am I right?
Uh, absolutely. Whether we see it or not, we are all evolving beings who are here to grow, to learn, and sometimes we'll continue to learn the same things until the light bulb goes off. And that's why we see so many different people, even within OnPassive, different levels of passion or engagement, and it simply just comes from putting in the time that it takes to, as I truly believe, like in order to really get something, you got to get it in you. That's why the heart is such an important thing for me, is because you really have to put what you're looking at through the eyes and put it up against the heart to really decide. We all have internal GPSs, and that GPS will really tell us if we're in alignment with our own truth. Everyone's truth is a little bit different, but for me, what I really do ultimately on a day-to-day basis is one of three things. I help people discover truth, create purpose, and create freedom. And I think that's where OnPassive really comes in. And then just embracing change. And right now in the world with COVID and so many things, I'm actually more concerned about the after effects to COVID, and where I feel like ONPASSIVE and my experience and my leadership comes into play is really being a vessel, being a place that creates space for those that are going to be very confused or really don't understand what's going on. You know what I mean? And so I feel like we have, we're just kind of in a world where we just don't realize how powerful we are. And, you know, like your show being about empowerment,
Right.
I just believe that we are in a time and place today where it's time to rise up and begin to empower and begin to live the lives that we're truly meant to live. Because up until now, we've just believed the conditioning that we've been raised with. And it's time that we break free from all those old shackles of I can't, to I am and I can. Yeah.
Wow, this
Yeah.
sounds good. You know, after reading your biography once again and even listening to you, you have a lot to do with heart-centered, heart-set, mindset, and so on. And listening to you now, it sounds like you make yourself readily available for anyone who needs help. Come on, I'm here to help you. Are you actually doing this out of passion, or what is or because of money? Are you doing this because you get good money out of it, or it's just a passion to help because you see the need to help people?
So at the end of the day, I think it's all of them. Clearly, we all need to make a living. But one of the things that resonated the most deeply with me, and what Ash tells a lot of founders is, you know, it's time to take care of your family. But once you've got your family taken care of, I'm a very practical person. Like, I don't need a ton to make me happy. I'm happy every day right where I am. You know, thinking on passive is nothing but a dream, because the reality is I can see the vision of how my services and everything that I built up my entire life, just with on passive, without going anywhere else, there is more than enough people that need what we have.
Right.
And I was able to see that very early at about 80 something thousand people on passive, and we're now at over 600,000, and not even quite in a year that I've been involved. That is huge, and I was able to see that things would move this direction, and I still can see everything that Ash sees. Once he explains it, we get our minds blown, but it's so believable because we've taken the time to get engaged and to know what it's about. So when I went into ONPASSIVE, I went in thinking, how cool, you know, I mean, up until now, I've had to chase customers. ONPASSIVE is going to drive traffic for me, but my entire business model kind of flipped,
Right.
because now I don't really sell my coaching services, because, like, for me, it's really kind of an added value. So when I look for people that are heart-centered, like, the reality is this is for anybody, but I market to people that want to make a difference, because I believe that there's going to be founders that are okay with being a passive founder that that takes advantage, and that's a wonderful place to be. That's not me. That's not enough for me. I saw Ash's vision. I want to help Ash and everyone else in this company achieve their maximum result. And so, yeah, I'm looking for people that are, whether it be in the coaching industry, speakers, teachers, anybody that believes in people before profits. That would be what I would consider to be a heart-centered leader that's actually looking beyond their selfish reasons for being in existence. We are here to learn, grow, serve, but it's always, unless it's about other people, things never work.
Right. Well, thanks. Yeah. Okay. So once again, I go back. I picked this exactly as it is. I would say it exactly as I picked it from your website. You say heart-centered leadership. Look inward to live life to the fullest. Is there any such thing like living life to the fullest, given that every opportunity that life is full of challenges and so on? Is there anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, life is definitely full of challenges, and I do believe that it's about a mindset and a heart set. Mindset, because we are all conditioned beings. You know, I mean, we're all raised from different families, different cultures. We take a lot. We attach ourselves to a lot of different meanings. And as we get older and we begin to develop as people, we begin to realize that those truths that may be truth for someone else is not true for you. And so as we begin to go through that process, it does cause us from being frustrated and challenged by the world to turning inward to say, how can I, through my development, begin to realize that what I see with my eyes, you only begin to see what you see with your eyes based on what you put inside, right? So whether it be through personal development, whether it be to meditation, of really trying to understand and calm your anxiety, or again, there's so much going on in the world, we can be swept away and taken away. So when I refer to going inside is, I think that our education process has always taught us to focus on our left brain intellect and memorization and passing tests. And for me,
Right.
that never really worked. Like, I was not a good student in that sense. But when I look at education, education is a lifelong process. Education never really stops. And I think that many a times we kind of go to school to get through something, where what I love about going within is we start to realize that our entire lives is about creation. And I believe that's the main difference, is when we're looking at the outside world, we're abiding by everyone else's rules. When we're able to tap into our inside world, we realize over time as we develop that we are much more powerful than anything we've ever been taught to believe in. And I've tried things along the way and realized and know for a fact that in my life, when I understood that I could actually create whatever I wanted in my life, and I backtracked and saw the decisions that I was making, that in every case, whether I liked it or not, I created it.
Wow. Thank you so much. I think I know this. I call my platform empowerment platform. I think I'm the very first person who gets empowered because I learned just a lot. I mean, it's so amazing. Thank you. Yeah. So you just made a few statements a while ago, like they were just like flowing out. You say it's on passive is a breath of fresh air. Or it's a breath of fresh air. Passive is the voice of the voiceless, and so on and so forth. And you actually mean that in your eyes the future looks extremely bright, right? And you are inviting anybody viewing the future with the same lens as you are to partner with you. Is this with regards just to ONPASSIVE or your business in general?
It's actually both, because I
Okay.
don't look at, when I look at my business, heart-centered leadership and what I do to serve, I look at ONPASSIVE and what I do all kind of as one. There are many ways to get involved in ONPASSIVE, meaning people can come there because they fall in love with a tool. They can come in there because they fall in love with my leadership, and I provide them an avenue to basically do the same thing that I did. So that's basically, we are examples of really just teaching exactly what we're doing. And it's a beautiful model, because we're here, we're engaged, we're using the products, we're testing the products. By the time we go to market, we are literally going to be in position to help people do exactly what we did. And it's
Right.
an incredible position to be in.
Wow. Yeah. So you are one of the ONPASSIVE founding members who believe that the company is not only unique but unstoppable. This sounds to me at times like it's a bit, you are being a bit overconfident in this company. What do you think?
Yeah, call it arrogance or call it overconfidence. I think that if you spend the time to be on these weekly webinars, to watch all the videos that some of these leaders are putting out, to sit there and really understand Ash's heart, that's where the confidence comes from. If someone were to watch ONPASSIVE one time, they would never be able to feel as confident as you and I. But having these types of conversations, getting it, like I said, getting it in you, really understanding the magnitude of what we have our hands on, I feel like I am definitely powerful and confident with knowing where ONPASSIVE is going and where
Right.
it's taking us by far. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you say you like considering what we have, right? And it's very exciting. There are times we speak and we think that we're 600,000 of us. It sounds like it's too much, but then the world population is 7 billions are about that. So just what do we have? Maybe just name a few things. What do we have?
Yeah, yeah, and I'll kind of start with what kind of obviously got me excited for what I saw in my business, and then of course when we come behind and see what else is going on, that's all kind of like the cherry on top. But for me, O Connect, seeing where we were going when we went into the pandemic and seeing ONPASSIVE, I was able to quickly be able to see with my experience in internet marketing, affiliate marketing, even network marketing, knowing the struggles in that industry and how everybody is building other companies and they're not really building themselves and empowering themselves to become better, to create something that's theirs. With ONPASSIVE, what I find to be amazing is that the Go Founders platform in itself is a product that runs my entire business right now. Like the thing is, I think people will be waiting, when's something going to launch? When can I try something? And anyone that's in ONPASSIVE knows that we have every tool that we need to be successful right now before the products even launch. And so for me, O Connect, O Academy, and O Bless, those are three foundational pillars that for my business and what I do, that I really, really see being what I would probably bring people through the door with. And my entire business model has changed. Basically, for anyone to work with me today, they become an ONPASSIVE member, because for me, those are the textbooks that they're going to need for me to help them do exactly what I'm doing. And my goal in the future is that even as we test these products and even as we launch, everything that I do, and the power behind ONPASSIVE is that ONPASSIVE is promoting us. You know, Comfort Canfor, Mario Sousa, they're
Right.
not going to be promoting ONPASSIVE. Yeah, we'd be talking about ONPASSIVE and how great it is, but the reality is they're going to be promoting Mario Sousa and Comfort. That is something that is unheard of
Right.
in the marketplace, because again, in network marketing, affiliate marketing, most of the time we're promoting other products, and when those companies disappear, we're starting all over again. When you're building yourself, you are the biggest asset you could possibly have, and again, it ultimate power to grow and actually become whatever you want to be. You can do that with ONPASSIVE. It has every tool you possibly would ever need to run your entire life.
Wow. So you just said something which I would like you to throw a bit more light, given that some people may be watching this for their first time. What do you mean when you say ONPASSIVE will be promoting us? I understand because I'm a founding member and you do.
Yes,
So what does that
yes.
mean? Mhm.
What that means is that if you're in a business or not in a business, what that means is that the entire process of ONPASSIVE will start with creating a domain name. So of course, for me, Mario Sousa, an example would be my domain today is mariosousa.net, but once it goes over to ONPASSIVE, I can switch that right over into ONPASSIVE. That becomes your what you call your digital real estate. It's kind of like you have a social security number, you have a birth certificate. A domain name is literally it's your life platform on the internet. Like it's your ability to actually be who you are in the most authentic sense as possible, with nobody telling you what to do. Even if you have a job, you can follow any passion that would lead back to your name. So whether you're into knitting, whether you're into sports, whether you're into leadership, whether you're into health and wellness, those topics will be coming from your domain, and the traffic will be driven to you and not ONPASSIVE. That's a very, very fundamental, big difference, because nothing like this has ever been done before. No company has ever been able to drive traffic and actually get you customers without you doing anything. With also the ability for people that have more experience, the ability to customize and change anything they want. But if you're not, you literally can set it on autopilot, and that's an amazing thing.
Wow, that's interesting. So, like we know, this is an empowerment platform, and the inspiration comes from the fact that I deem ONPASSIVE on itself as an empowerment tool. So
Absolutely.
we do this talking here all the time because we want to present it to someone, and why not invite them to join to become a founding member. So what does it take for someone to become a founding member of ONPASSIVE?
You know what it takes to become a founding member of OnPassive is really the understanding of what you have your hands on, because it does take a decision to be able to see something, even if it's just trusting whoever introduced you to it. And for $97, so less than $100, your life could be changed. Now, clearly, once we launch, there will be a package price for the products. But as founders coming in right now, for $97, we've been able to, whether you're in for a year, 2 years, we have been able to get amazing amounts of value and leadership from all over the world. I feel like OnPassive has been the cheapest thing I've ever done and the most value, because like I said, I've met some incredible people, and Ash's leadership has been unmatched in my opinion in all my career.
Right. So, like you said, to become a founding member, you need to register like for $97. And there is this additional information, like you go through the registration process and end up by signing what you call the NDA or non-disclosure agreement. What is this all about? And does someone have a choice not to sign this document?
Yeah, no, the NDA is extremely important, and in order to become an official founder, it's $97 plus a $5 admin fee, so I think it's $102 plus signing an NDA. That NDA basically lets you know that you're in something that's exclusive and private. So the company is not public. It will never be publicly traded. This company is built for the people. No company has ever been built the way this company is being built, for the people. And it's the people that have come alongside of Ash's vision and dream that are helping manifest this. And that's why we've seen in a year us go from 80,000 founders to over 600,000 founders to pretty soon 1 million founders in a very short period of time. And it's simply that dream is just continuing to manifest itself. But the bottom line is with an NDA, it's absolutely imperative that we only share with the public the things that we're allowed to share. And every founder knows much more than they're able to share. And the best thing to do to really understand OnPassive is to really get in and figure out what it's about after, because the reality is it takes some time to really understand it.
So what if I rush and get in, and at some point I realize that this was not what I bargained for? What happens with my money?
Well, the incredible thing is that you, if you get in and after a 7-day trial realize that this is not for you, you can get a 100% money back guarantee that's involved. And to give a little bit of a taste of how amazing Ash is, we had a leader like you and I that basically accidentally had made a comment about it being a lifetime guarantee, and Ash is honoring that to today. He literally changed. So if anyone sees in the NDA that it says 30 days, Ash is basically had said, and that's just the type of leadership that we have here on Passive, is that we are so confident in what we're building together that if you come in and you don't see what we see, there's 100% money back guarantee.
Wow. Yeah, you can't stop saying that we are so confident in what we're building, we're so confident in what we have, and so on. So if you could quickly tell us maybe what is the difference between OnPassive and any other thing we have out there? Because yeah, it's not like it's coming to reinvent the wheel. All of the products we have, we know them. So what's the difference here that makes us feel like we are different?
Yeah, the major thing is that we actually provide for businesses and companies what they would have to pay thousands of dollars to obtain. And so as a business owner, as someone that's been involved, whether it be in network marketing, even internet marketing, whether it be buying autoresponders or a lot of the different tools that OnPassive is creating, I've bought those tools. I've known what they've cost me. And I also know that today for $97, my entire business, I don't use any other tool outside of OnPassive to run my entire business. So, and we have so much more coming that it's super exciting. So, of course, there's tools like caption tools and things that OnPassive will have that maybe today I might be using something simply because it's not in the GoFounders platform. But the reality is that the traffic is the real big deal. And being involved in network marketing, most people know that trying to chase customers it can be exhaustive. If we can change our mindset and just the way we communicate to being of service and allowing our businesses to kind of run in the background, there's no better way to really say freedom than to actually have a machine and the passion that can actually create both financial freedom, time freedom, and total freedom, really, because people really struggled for time. I think if anything COVID's taught us is to slow down and really check ourselves and enjoy our life.
Wow, thank you so much. So right now, our soft launch is fast approaching. If you could tell us, what do you think, what would this mean to you and I, like founding members, and to the company as a whole? What is this period of soft launch? What is it all about?
Yeah, so to clarify that we are currently in soft launch, I think for founders out there, for new people to understand that we have begun internally as founders releasing products every week, sometimes every 2 weeks. But the reality is we've got 4 or 5 that have already come out and many coming out in the next several weeks. It's been pretty incredible to go through that experience. So the reality is we have already soft launched. I think where people kind of have a difficult time understanding the difference between now and where we're going is that anyone that is a founder OnPassive will use your $97 toward traffic to build your team before we go public to the world, before we launch to the world. And so there is another phase coming of our soft launch that will have us add traffic. But right now we are basically launching the necessary products to get us there. And then once they pull those products together, add the AI, we will begin to drive traffic. And once we are able to test the products and Ash is able to see all of the different traffic sources and how things are going, we will then go into the hard launch, at that point. But as founders, we've got the ability to be able to be a part of this, to be able to check out the tools, to be able to provide feedback. Yeah. And that's a pretty incredible thing, that when it launches to the world, we all feel extremely invested in what we're creating together.
All right. So like you just said, during soft launch, they are going to start doing the marketing campaign. Would there still be an opportunity for people to join in us to become founding members during soft launch?
Yes, no, absolutely. So once we move into the next phase of soft launch, which is driving traffic, the price for OnPassive will go up. We don't know exactly. I think we think it's going to be $149 from the $97. And that's simply because that is going to be the beginning portion of where we begin to pay bonuses to founders for helping us grow. So at that point, the difference between the $97 and the price increase is going to be to assist in helping leaders begin to earn some funds right now before we launch to the world.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Mario, for your time. But I think we are gradually wrapping up. But before we finally close, I don't know, do you have any burning issue, anything, a piece of advice, information you think you would like to send out to our guests, our audience before we shut down?
Yeah, absolutely. What I like to say is that if you are looking at this for the first time, I would definitely just encourage you to get in. I think it's I'm trying to remember the quote by the famous. It's just kind of skipped my mind right now. But anyways, get in, check things out, learn after you get in, and I can guarantee that if anything that either Comfort or myself have said that resonates with you, get in and then learn what you're involved with after you get in.
Right. Okay, I think I've forgotten his name too, but it's something like if somebody presents you an opportunity, a wonderful opportunity, just get in and learn when you don't yet understand or something like that. So
Richard Branson. My mind is a little
exactly.
fogged at the moment, but it's a Richard Branson, and I've that's kind of been I'm giving the same advice that I give myself when I look at opportunities. And to be honest, when I first saw ONPASSIVE, I didn't join.
Right.
But I can say that when I gave it the proper time and I really saw what I had my hands on, I was like, thank God this didn't pass me by, because I was like, wow, this is incredible. So yeah, definitely get in. Give it the time. The journey is the most important part. I think that as a founder, the journey of a founder will never happen again. This is a very, very unique what's going on, that Ash is allowing people worldwide to basically join him as partners in this huge vision. Again, I've never seen anything like it, and I don't know that we'll ever see anything like it, again. So it's a pretty special opportunity. I'm extremely grateful and proud to have had the opportunity to have taken the time to sit down and properly check it out, and it's the best decision I've ever made.
Right. Thank you so much. Yeah, before you finally go, Mario, are you on social media, Facebook, YouTube, or your website you would like people to visit? Maybe just tell us, just let people know so that they can find you, because you have a lot to offer, which I already know.
Absolutely. On Facebook, you can find my page at facebook.com/Coach Mario Sousa. That will get you to my Mario Sousa Heart Center Leadership page. Everything there is about leadership and ONPASSIVE. That's basically, what I do is, some people decide to market by educating on tools, and that's something that I definitely am beginning to do. But my thing is really just trying to empower people, getting them to believe in themselves, because I believe that unless they do, they're not going to understand ONPASSIVE. And so that's why I kind of come at it from that position, is because in order for me to share an opportunity with someone, I need to be able to understand that they're really going to get it and understand it. And so I kind of walk people through that very much like, and that's why things like these types of conversations are so powerful, because it gives us an opportunity to learn. I always believe that we're always the student and the teacher at the same time. And so, I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you, your audience, and anyone looking at this opportunity. It's an incredible time to be alive.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. I'm really blessed. I appreciate the fact that you really took our time to come here and talk to listen to talk to me and talk to our people, because I can assure you this is really important, and it's good information that people definitely benefit from this. And yeah. So before we shut down, this is Mario once again, whoever is watching us. Mario has more than 20 years experience, and he's a multi-talented, somebody that you just love to meet. He's a coach, life coach, corporate management, business development, personal development, anything that you want to know. Just visit his site. I'm going to add the information to the comment section so that you just click on it and follow Mario on Facebook or wherever and find out a bit more. And he is very accessible. You can ask questions or you need any help. I'm sure that he will be ready and happy to do that for you. So once again, thank you so much, Mario, for coming, and see you again really soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate your time as well.
Thank you,
we're in it to win it. Talk to you soon.
Sure, we're in it to win it. Thank you. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.